Welcome to Oops, All Apocalypses, a show where we explore the collapse of society by playing fun, tabletop role-playing games. I'm your host, Stu Masterson, and I'm joined by one Steel Reserve and one Miller High Life.
The champagne of beers.
But Steel Reserve is Stu's champagne of champagne.
Yes, it's my champagne of water.
Yes.
Just love it. It goes down so smooth.
It is a heinous and unpleasant drink.
You can get some of that liquid death for some more classy water.
Ooh,
I mean, look at that. That
Liquid
looks like an alcoholic beverage right there. Looks like a cheap, shitty seltzer beer, but it's not. It's just water.
Me and Brady have cool Liquid Death gold membership cards, right?
We do, and we have cool insulated. Well, you may have lost yours.
I almost certainly lost mine.
But I say I put it in my backpack for you, and then I gave it to you after.
Did you guys sell your souls for those or something?
Yeah, we did have to sign them away.
I remember that was a thing they did.
So that was fun.
We are not sponsored by Liquid Death.
Yet.
Maybe one day.
I would prefer to be sponsored by Steel Reserve Alloy Series, where your disgusting alcohol can taste exactly like a melted blue slushy.
Oh, God.
That's my favorite one, spiked
It's
blue
like
raspberry.
Oh, man.
So bad.
God.
It's so bad, I love it.
Hey, everybody. I'm Brady, and I play Book McReady. He's not afraid of heights, but he is afraid of getting impaled on a tree.
Ah,
And I'm Jacob. I play Ocean, a gentle giant who's getting real sick and tired of having visions.
there was a hidden little clue in my introduction for you guys. My label for you guys were both my two favorite 40 brands. And this is our 40th episode.
What?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Happy 40th episode, everyone.
I thought you were going to use your song Steel Reserve as a theme song in
Nope.
this episode.
Never, don't even know where it's recorded anymore.
I have a copy of it.
This is not only our 40th episode, but it is also the final episode in our saga of questions to fall in love.
whoa!
I
Again.
really should have read this beforehand to see how good it was going to be, and so I could think of my answer in a good way, because it's much harder when it's yourself.
Is it a good question?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is how you wrap it up. This is when you are sure if this is someone who's going to be a good life partner for you. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how they might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen.
Okay, Ocean. It seems to me that recently we were accidentally involved in a bit of a terrorism, and somebody convinced me to press a button which blew up a building, which I didn't really want to happen, but I also kind of knew that it would. What should I do about that?
Well, Book, I suspect more than likely Frida's just trying to cover her bases, considering the situation she was in, working on the inside with Hickory's men, and also at the same time putting out all this propaganda and stuff to go up against him. I suspect more than likely she's just covering her tracks to make sure nobody can find the evidence that she was actually this conspiratorial artist.
So we should forgive her for the terrorism?
I think we should probably focus on getting out of here alive, and when we talk to her in the future, talk to her and see if she can explain herself and what happened.
Cool.
And Book, I feel that you feel a lot of lingering guilt for the multiple situations where we have run into this exact scenario, where we have been forced against our will to assist somebody who is probably doing something bad. It is also more than likely killing a lot of good men.
Yeah, I also think in addition to feeling a little guilty, I'm just a bit ticked off.
I suspect so. I think you are
I'm a little ticked off.
I think you are probably very ticked off. I feel like you probably also feel that you've been manipulated by Frida multiple times in a row now to do things that she wants.
Yeah.
That was a healthy conversation you guys
It's a
just had
healthy
there.
dance. I feel so much.
Healthy dialogue.
It was a good dialogue.
I'd like to hear a little bit about your problems.
Yeah, Ocean. What is Ocean's problem? Ocean's got a big problem. Ocean's got a problem that he doesn't know how to deal with. So, Book, give me some advice here. I keep having these visions, and all the time, these visions just lead to terrible, terrible things happening to everyone around him. And nothing ever seems to good to come out of it. And I feel like they're leading me to tell me something about my past. that I just need to dig a little deeper to discover. But I'm also being drawn in multiple directions away every time I feel like I can start looking into some more about my past. There's something else going on that I gotta get involved with, such as here, where now we're trying to escape with our lives from this compound as we're attacked by two different people. What should I do? What should I do to focus on these visions, to maybe stop having them torment me as much? I like to think that we're having this conversation in slow-mo as we're falling after jumping off the...
There's a like, how did we end up here moment, but also a nice dialogue involved with it.
Yeah.
I feel like because your visions have often led us to the same places that my parents have gone, that you should help me find my parents. That'll be a little two birds, one stone situation.
Yeah,
and we'll also maybe find out if my parents can tell us anything about you.
That is quite the coincidence.
Yeah, Book's a real narcissist. I think that the problem is making Ocean feel really alone and also really frustrated that he's not able to kind of just break the dam.
Get to the bottom of it all. Yeah. I think that's all pretty accurate.
I have a problem, guys. I want both of your advices, and I need both of your different opinions
Hell yeah.
on how I feel about it.
All right.
I spend a lot of time working, doing stuff for the podcast, and I do enjoy making music for the podcast too. But normally in my life, a huge part of it has been like music related. Like I used to play guitar or piano like 8 to 10 hours a day, but I haven't been able to much anymore because I have been so busy. And even though I do get a little bit of that creative outlet with the weird music that I put in here, it's very different than my normal music. I don't know how to juggle that. How do I get back to it?
Man.
Give you a real one.
Give me a real one. Fuck. That you're going to throw one of your patented... I'm actually going to be joking with you as I tell you a thing that's...
Yeah, you were ready for me to turn it to a joke the entire time. To make matters worse, yesterday my cat somehow knocked over both my keyboard and knocked it into my guitar and fell onto my guitar. So now I can't even play if I wanted to.
All right, Stu, my real advice, so my joke advice is that you should just take all of your work and give it to me at the office so that you can go back to playing 8 hours a day.
What a beautiful self-sacrifice.
And then I'll never be able to do my thing, which is drawing. So I think that's a good trade-off. I'll sacrifice my passion for yours. My actual advice is that you try to incorporate some of your own playing into the songs that we make for the podcast. And maybe try to sneak in a guitar lick or maybe a piano riff and try to incorporate that so that you can use this creative outlet for your both of your passions, talking and music.
I like your first option better, but I'll see what Jake says.
All right. So my advice is, because I'm kind of hitting a similar kind of situation. I used to write like a shit ton. I wrote all the time. Ever since basically graduating college, I have written maybe like 2-3 pages worth of creative writing. So my advice would be, rather than sitting down and just purely dedicating like hours and hours at a time to try and play your instrument or to make your songs, instead just do a little bit a day. You can fit a 30-minute hobby in basically any time. Lunch break, when you're just sitting at home, when you're got some free time. But you can find a 30-minute gap to do anything. Just put 30 minutes of playing an instrument down there, and that'll stack up eventually over a long period of time. And
yeah, I like that, because it is a very different approach than how I normally talk. Because Brady knows this. I used to just like walk around with my guitar all day.
Even during meetings.
Yes, even during
it seems not self-sustainable.
Have it on me all the time, so I could just mute myself and play guitar. But since that's not feasible now,
I've got another piece of advice. Quit your job and become a full-time musician.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think that's the best possible advice.
I would have less free time and less money simultaneously.
We also have to say how it makes Stu feel.
Oh,
yeah, good luck.
God.
So I think
getting in this feeling box.
God.
I think it makes you feel burnt out.
Oh, that's sweet.
Burnt out.
Yes, it is sweet that you feel burnt out.
I think it makes you feel creatively pent up.
I like both of your guys' advice. Thank you equally, especially Brady's first option, which is what I'm going to do. Well, this has just been the intro. And since this is our last question to fall in love, I want just one quick response from both of you on, do you feel like it worked?
I think so. I think it worked. I feel like Book and Ocean have quite the fleshed out bond at this point. I think we've learned a lot about both of them, and I think both of them feel much more tangible.
I agree. I think that Book loves Ocean. I don't think Book is in love with Ocean.
That's fair. And let's see how that goes right now as we get back to the action.
I'm at 10 harm and I'm falling out the 3rd story building window into a tree.
We find you guys leaping off of a 3rd story balcony down into a courtyard that was just recently filled with a lot of people who would really like to shoot you. Since that's so exciting, we're going to jump back like 10 minutes in time.
Oh.
Not 5 minutes ago, but more like 30 seconds ago. We see Frida jump down and do their cool commando roll and pop up. And she immediately starts barking orders to all of Hickory's men around and says, hey, we are getting attacked from at least 2 sides right now. We need eyes on Hickory, and we need to make sure that we have the front completely secure. I want all of you guys to start moving out there. And there seems to be a little bit of hesitation. And she's like, who's seen Hickory? When's the last time anyone seen him? Has anyone seen him on the radio? Heard him on the radio? And they're like, yeah, no, he's still reporting. He knows that there have been some gunshots. And she goes, okay, just, you guys got to make sure we find him, and we got to make sure we are secure here. This main hallway seems very dangerous. I think we should try to push up. And right when she's about to finish that sentence, there's a massive explosion. It seems to come from the direction of Hickory's office, that main courtroom, basically. And as smoke starts pouring down the hallway, a bunch of men go run over there, leaving the courtyard nice and clear. Back in Hickory's office, just before the explosion, maybe 5 minutes before that, he's sitting there looking worried, poring over some papers. He gets a buzz on the radio that says, what anyone know what those gunshots were? And he turns up the volume and listens intently. There's a bunch of, nope, it came in this direction. Some like kind of narrowing down of what it is. And a few people are like, I'll go check it out. Then there's silence for a while. And then someone comes in, Book's here, Book's in the building. He's in the dormitories. He's running east right now, I think. And then Hickory gets upset. He stands up. He goes and reaches for his gun, and he starts kind of pacing back and forth. And he finally grabs the radio and yells, just get him, bring him to me as soon as possible. And then about 30 seconds later, someone goes, I think I just saw Ocean running down the hallway. I think there's something going on here. And he goes, fuck. Ugh. And he starts changing the channel of it and trying to reach some other people. They seem to not be responding. And he brings it back to the main channel. And then he starts hearing gunshots, and he kind of panics, freaks out. He looks around the room. He pulls down his blinds, starts barricading the door. A minute and a half later, there's a massive explosion that blows his barricade back, and he falls onto the ground. The glass behind him shatters, and the entrance to his room is pretty much collapsed in. Now you guys are jumping off of a 3rd story balcony.
Okay, we are?
I'm going to say, Book, give me an act under fire roll.
Uh-oh. Whew. Okay. Act under fire uses the cool, which is cool because I rolled an 8.
So it's an 11 total?
No, 8 total.
Oh, 8 total? Okay. You go, and as you mentioned last time, you hold out your sword to kind of try to catch some of these branches as you're going down and slow your fall. And it does slow your fall, but right when your feet hit the ground, you land pretty hard. It's a big fall. You land hard, and you immediately just get a splitting migraine. Your brain just hurts so bad. Your vision gets fuzzy for a second. Like your brain's been shooken around in your head, and you do take an additional point of harm. That's because you're not stable.
I'm back to 11.
Ocean, you're fine. You're stable,
Yes,
right?
I am. I've only taken 1 harm.
Okay. You land hard, but you're a big, strong boy, and you spring up to your feet. As you guys look around the courtyard, give me a read a sit roll. I'm going to say Ocean, since Book's brain is rattled up.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It's a 9.
Ask me one question.
The best way to get to the best way through to the back entrance.
When you opened your mind previously and had that feeling of the plan of all of the silent that are attacking this building, and how you have this chance of safety by kind of squeezing past where they're going to all pincer in and attack this building as long as Hickory's men hold up long enough. But you do think there's going to be at least, you get this feeling from one of those groups that they're probably going to try to hunt you, especially now that they all know you're there. So you would be, there's something in your brain that kind of understands how they work. And you realize that at least like a small group of them is going to try to track you down. So you want to try to either throw them off your trail, or you're just going to end up at the back and they will get to you basically.
Were any of them killed in the explosion?
You don't know. Oh, the very recent explosion?
Yeah, the terrorism.
Yeah, you have no idea. He can't still see the fun little red dots.
I see. Is his mind still open?
No.
Oh.
Something to throw off their trail.
We still have Vesuvius's head.
I don't think that's...
You're so mean.
I don't know what he could possibly do unless we can make him scream again.
He was their tool.
You see Frida at the back of the courtyard, and she is kind of waving you guys over, trying to get you to get moving.
Since Frida's with us, I'm assuming she's going to be able to just let us into the building. He is going to try and throw anyone that tries to follow him off by what's the courtyard? Is it just like dirt, or is it?
It's mostly dirt. It looks like at some point it was some fake grass that's been completely torn up.
He's going to like very forcibly step in the dirt and the fake grass to try and leave imprints of his feet leading into the opposite direction that they're heading, and he's going to shatter a couple of the windows.
Okay, so like you were running towards the front.
Yep.
Like you're going to go fight these guys.
And then he's going to shatter some windows so it looks like he broke in through the windows to get in, and then he's going to walk back and follow Frida, retracing the steps that he made.
Can I jump in really quickly here?
Yes, I would love it.
I am the dumbest of dumb idiots. Mm-hmm. And I rolled an 8 and I have a +2. So it was a 10. It was a 10. So can I take that one harm off?
Yes, as long as you admit that I did your math better than you.
You did do my math better than me. I don't know what happened. I saw 2 and a 6, and then I saw 2 on my sheet, and I was like, that is in fact an 8.
Yep, you can heal that back up. You're fine.
Thank you.
Your brain still did hurt a lot when you landed.
No.
Jostled a little bit, took you a little bit to focus, but you're...
Can we say that I see what Ocean's doing and I imitate him? No, I put my little footprints in. My little... Yeah,
you can stomp around.
Okay.
But Frida's trying to rush you guys out. So is your plan just to get out as quick as possible, basically?
Yeah,
boy.
Okay. You guys start running back, and there's a group of Hickory's men that seem to be coming in your direction, straight down that big, wide hallway.
Okay.
So they will certainly see you as you're going.
Is there anything we can duck behind, like a desk that we can like duck behind to try and hide, as in like sneak behind the... Kind of like how I got in the foyer where I like kind of snuck behind all the pots and the chairs and the desks.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
type
is
stuff.
there anything that we can
think that
duck?
we should do a Chewbacca where we pretend that Frida caught us. You know, in A New Hope, when they bring Chewbacca to the Death Star and they put handcuffs on him and they bring him up to the holding cell so they can free Princess Leia. It doesn't work, but I think it might work here.
So right now, Frida doesn't have any visible weapons or any way that she would be restraining both of you, but you could try to figure out something.
Yeah, but we
quickly.
did jump out of a 3-story building.
Yeah. So what are you guys trying to do, I guess, individually?
I'm saying that I could put my arms behind my back and have her hold them together as if I've been caughted.
I don't think this is a bad... Here's I think Ocean's going to keep with his plan of trying to keep hidden, because I think it's a lot less believable that Frida caught both Ocean and Book.
That's a good point.
But I think it's pretty believable. No offense, Book. I think it's pretty believable for Frida to have caught Book. And to make it seem more believable, Ocean hands Frida the rifle that he picked up.
Nice.
The SMG, the one you just found. Yeah. Okay.
And then I run up to her and I'm like, hold my hands.
Yeah, she understands what you're saying right away and kind of roughly turns you around and is like, has one hand on the back of your neck with the gun in it and then is holding your hands like she's pushing you forward. Both of you give me an act under fire roll.
Act under fire.
Hell yeah. Ooh, that's a 9. That's a 3 + 4 + 2.
Yeah, thank you. Let me check your math for you. You're
It's
good.
a 5 for Ocean.
Can I help?
Nope. You're both doing your own thing.
Oh no.
So you see Ocean, you just like dive out of the way as fast as you can when you see these people. You split second, you guys didn't have that real conversation in real time. You split second go, I got to get out of here. So you just kind of like dive in the corner and you skid against the table that kind of clunks and like one of the legs breaks a little bit, but you're like trying to lean worm-like against the wall as close as possible. But that noise definitely draws the people's attentions like directly to you guys.
Of course it does.
You see that they definitely notice you. And one of them pulls his guns up like he's just going to shoot down here, like shoot Book right in his chest while he's being pushed away by Frida. But the other guy kind of grabs him on the arm and is like, no, they're not the ones. And is like pointing them towards the front. And he seems to like protest a little bit, but he does keep going. And then the lights go off.
Oh, shit.
And it's not like, oh, spooky, there's no lights here. It's completely pitch black.
Oh,
because you guys are fucking under.
Oh, shit.
And there are 0 lights.
So the lights go completely off, as in everywhere?
Yes, all the lights in the building, everywhere. You can't see a speck of light anywhere right now.
Fuck.
Fake sous vide.
Yeah.
Now would be a really good time to make your mouth glow like it did in the
To
second
try my mouth
Maelstrom.
glow. Let me see if I can do it. No, I can't do it.
No, I thought I saw something. Can you try again?
Let me try to get a little lower first.
No. No, I think it's just like those little. I think I'm just those little sparkles you get in your eyes when it's real dark. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't see a damn thing in here.
Well,
Can you guys turn a light on?
I pull out my little pocket flashlight.
Give me a read a sit roll.
Oh, we're rolling a lot. That means something bad's happening.
and keep in mind, I have a -1 this entire scene to every one of my fucking rolls.
To everything. Because you saw a vision of your own death for our listeners who cannot remember what happened last episode.
All right, babes, that's a 6 + 3 + 3, aka 12.
Ask me 4 questions.
I love this game. All right. I know what's going to be useful here is some sniffing of some wind. How close are the wolves?
Good question. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer, Steve. I would also like to know who's in control here. Blanket, what should I be on the lookout for? And what represents the best opportunity for us to escape unnoticed?
That's a good one.
Okay, for what you should be on the lookout for, as you're shining your light around, your field of view is very small. You're in a bunch of turny hallways in a completely pitch black building. So as you're trying to see anything that could be concerning or light your way forward, you're super focused on trying to pick anything out, and you don't notice anything with your eyes, but you do with your ears. You hear a hissing sound. Sounds like gas escaping, is what I would say.
Oh,
Do I have a direction for that sound, or is it all encompassing?
Mostly behind you, but also to your sides, and like it seems around. It's hard to pinpoint. It's multiple sources, definitely.
Okay.
You tried it, you look back into that and try to focus, and with your super sniff the wind magical powers, you suddenly see just pairs of those big glowing eyes the Silent have that seem to be focused directly on where you two are, and they are very nearby. They are like a hallway over from you right now, and when you shine the light towards them, you see nothing, and Ocean doesn't see anything in that direction, but you just see these pairs of eyes, and you see, I'll be extra nice and tell you that you see 4 pairs of eyes.
Oh, gosh.
Staring right at you. For who's in control here, you feel like with the lights immediately going out, maybe instead of some of the earlier cases you've seen where it's kind of like whatever's leading these things kind of sends them out and lets them do their stuff and come back, it seems like they have also drawn their attention to this location and have decided to intervene in some way, which is probably the cutting out of the lights. The lights didn't seem to go out when the explosion happened. It seemed to be a good enough time after it that you think it has to be intentional. And you don't even see any like lights reflecting from Hamlet opening or anything like that. There's just pitch blackness. You don't know if you would be able to from the specific location, but it seems like everywhere the lights
And
are out.
Hickory is definitely no longer in control of this compound.
Yes, Hickory is not in control of the compound right now. And your best way out unnoticed, it depends on what you mean unnoticed from whom, to get out without the AI being able to track you and know where you're at. You think you would certainly have to kill at least these ones who have already gotten their notice on their attention to you.
That's fun. And I assume my how close are the wolves question was answered by the 4 glowing eyes.
Yeah, I said very, very close, but yes. 4 pairs, yes, not 4 total eyes.
Understood. Book turns to his 2 compatriots and Vesuvius, and he says, earmuffs.
Ocean immediately covers Frida's ears like that. Grabs the and covers her
Book
ears.
does his best to cover Vesuvius' ears. Who's covering Ocean's ears? Nobody knows. And then Book steps forward and yells at these 4 formless beasts. Your domain is fake and your god is a machine. And he uses whispering truths.
Such a good idea.
Ooh. So there's like gunfire, there's sounds of burning, there's this smoke sound, this hissing sound that you hear. But for a second, it just all seems to become silent. And you actually feel like you don't even have to yell that loud. You say the statement and you know that all of those eyes heard it. Still with your sniff the wind, you can kind of feel exactly where those eyes are. And it's like 3 of the 4 pairs almost like change color. They kind of like fade away. And you've seen them actually change multiple different colors before. They've been red, they've been white, they've been blue, green. You see 3 of the pairs kind of fade out to like a softer, nice, welcoming blue color, while the 4th pair immediately flashes to this bright red, and you feel it coming closer to you very quickly. But the other one seemed to not be moving. They seemed to just be kind of dazed there. Again, you don't know if this is literally actually what's happening on the other side of this wall. You don't have x-ray vision, but this is what you feel in your bones.
Book is going to draw his sword but stand his ground.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I can't see shit. I was just about to say, Ocean, when he sees this, grabs the gun. But I'm like, Ocean can't see shit. He doesn't know what's happening.
So his light is flooded out towards the hallway away from you. So you're still on the ground, Ocean, and you see Book standing up, shooting his light around, but it becomes focused on this one area for a while before he whisper yells this out. And you see from a reflection of that light spraying out that he steps out to the middle of the hallway, and you see his cane sword come up.
Oh, it's so badass.
You can tell the hallway where he's facing towards is just getting filled up with smoke. It looks like a freaking Tiesta show in here. Where it looks a little more like that in just a second, where you see these beaming red lights shine through it and cutting through the smoke, piercing above you, as you get a pretty good idea where this guy's at for this second. So your plan is to, as soon as you can see him, go for him?
Me? Mine?
Yeah.
No, I have my guard up, but I want to see what he does.
Ocean immediately looks for... He can't really see shit. Because, I mean, I am assuming literally all he can see is just the beam of light that from Book's flashlight down the hall.
Yeah, but now you can see these red eyes piercing through the mist some. It's very difficult to tell where it's at because it's still behind this mist, but there's like this red glowing pair of orbs that are definitely larger than their source, but coming down the hallway.
Book is really hoping he's finally getting a pet wolf.
Ocean grabs the leg of the table that got knocked off, and he is going to move where he can immediately attack whoever comes out the door if they act hostile. So he's basically going to put himself right beside the door and have the wooden stick brandished, depending on how Book reacts.
Book, give me an act under fire.
Okay.
Roll good.
I'm gonna try. I rolled half good. I got a 7. Wait, I rolled a 6? No, I rolled a 9, but it doesn't matter.
Is Ocean in a position where he could have been helping for this act under fire if the guy comes out immediately hostile to like intervene and help out, if that at all you think would be relevant?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to base that on what Book does, though, first, since he's closer. This pair of eyes, the big glowing red mist starts getting finer and finer, coalescing onto 2 points that are obvious he's getting very close to you. And this one member of the Silent, emerges from the mist and sees where you're at and immediately goes to just shoulder check you into the wall. Book. Since you were ready for it, I'll give you an opportunity to try to do battle with him if you want to.
Well, does my sword cane still count as an armor right now?
Yes, for this case, yes. He's very close to you. He didn't know right where you were, definitely. Even with his fancy goggles and mist, something about where you were standing, he did not expect you to be right there around the corner as he came.
Okay.
You do see he does have guns. He's not a Ninja Turtle just holding his weapons and punching you. He was just surprised to see you right there and just quickly tried to react and smash you into
So
the wall, basically.
he's not in wolf form right now?
Nope, looks just like the other side.
Okay, then I think as he goes to shoulder check me, I would like to point my weapon so that he impales himself on it.
Okay, give me a do battle roll, and then you can give me an attack someone roll, Ocean.
Okay.
And if you roll good enough on this, it can basically, your option will make him not take damage from his mixed success.
That's an 11 for my attack somebody.
My roll was an 8.
I'll say get him out of the way and inflict terrible harm.
And I would also like to inflict terrible harm.
Good options, everyone. Unfortunately, he is very armored, so I don't know how much that will actually change. But what happens is, as he comes around this corner, he goes to try to just shoulder check you into the wall, but somehow Ocean is there immediately. He scrambled off the ground, grabbed this broken leg, and just pushed him out of the way just enough so he smashes into the wall right in front of you, and you have your sword ready. As he slides against it, you stab right into, like, his lung, or where a lung should be, but you don't feel any like organic material. It's just metal and gears and wires.
Oh, shit.
As you pull your sword out to the side, and there's just like this flash of sparks. He seems undeterred by that. He gives you a quick punch right to the stomach. He'll punch you for 0 damage. Just give me a harm move for 0, which just means 2d6.
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
A 1 and a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, you splay out onto the ground as he punches you in the stomach, and like you have a lot of parts of you that hurt right now. And he happened to punch one that didn't, but as you go to the ground, all the other ones start flaring up again. Your headache comes back, your shoulder wound that has been hurting this whole time just gets worse as you catch yourself with that same arm. Your cane sword goes scattering against the far wall.
No.
Ocean, when he sees Book get splayed out like that, is going to step in between Book and the silent. Is he within reach of the cane sword? If he,
you could use it to attack.
So he's going to step in between them and grab the cane sword, and he is going to swing at the guy.
Okay, give me a do battle roll.
And do I get a bonus at all for the size difference for my roll, or the gang bonus?
You do an additional harm and get an additional armor.
Okay.
But you get the opposite of a bonus because you saw your own death.
That is true. Okay. In that case, I
was just gonna say also we didn't take any +1s from my Rita Sitch. Could I give that to Ocean? Could I donate that to Ocean?
I'll let you use it for this one attack.
In that case, I got a 7.
I am so kind. I'm glad you didn't tell me the number before that.
No, I was trying to keep it hidden until I figured out if I got the bonuses.
Okay, you get a mixed success for both. What options are you choosing?
I'm going to go with inflict terrible harm.
You charge at him with the cane sword, and how are you trying to slash at him?
He's going to attempt to decapitate him.
Oh, going straight through the head.
Going straight for it.
So with your additional harm, that means you would do 4, but he has 2 armor, so you deal 2 harm to him. As you go and you swing it right against the side of your head, it seems to go about halfway through, but you feel that same thing, that this is all just metal and wires. There's no blood, there's no nice spongy human flesh, and it's actually kind of hard for you to pull the sword out. As you're struggling with that, he reaches down and Terminator 2 shotgun rolls up and blasts right into the side of you, and you feel all of these pellets hit right into your big leather jacket and tear into the side of your flesh, as you would take 3 harm, but I think for you somehow that's 0.
Oh shit, it's your adrenaline.
Yeah, you give me a harm roll too though.
Okay.
See how good the adrenaline is. So just 2d6 with nothing.
It's a 5.
I'm going to say you do take an additional harm, since I think that makes sense for the situation of getting blasted by a shotgun at short range.
I think so.
So you will take 1 harm
Okay.
from this.
Ocean is going to pivot on his feet, grab the sword with 2 hands, and then attempt to force it the rest of the way, because it's stuck in his neck right now, right?
Do you want to do anything to help Book?
All right. Well, I don't think I have a gun anymore. Oh wait, no, I do have a gun. I took a gun off that guy.
Yeah, you stop that gun.
I shoot
Okay.
from the ground.
Yeah, you give me an attack, someone.
I shoot from the ground like Bruce Willis in what is it? Die Hard.
Ocean first, give me your do battle roll.
Okay. That is a 5.
Do you want this to be an assist
Yes.
instead of your own
I would
attack?
like this to
Okay.
be an assist instead.
Okay, give me an aid roll.
Wait.
It's plus history, right?
Okay, my history is +2 right now. So that is a 3 + 4 + 2 is 9.
Good work. Good math. Good quick maths. You go and you unload a clip right into his chest, and his attention turns straight to you, even though this sword is in his neck, and he's looking right at you, which gives Ocean the good opportunity to wrench it deeper into him.
Yep. So I'm going to go with inflict terrible harm once more.
Terrible harm. Okay, so that makes it a 3 total.
Yeah, the gang bonus is going to be 1 and then another 1 plus 1, so 4, right?
Then you are able to cleanly go through the rest of his head, and it rolls onto the ground. The lights stay on, just shining this red light down the hallway. His body stands there, unmoving.
Ocean kicks him down, just kicks him over,
He falls down.
and just swears "fuck" and like holds the side of his wound. Ocean walks over to the head and takes the helmet off.
You go to disengage the helmet, and it's not like it's really on top of much. It's all integrated into it.
Oh,
But
shit.
there is still a release. It looks like it's the exact same helmet that the other ones do. But when the little part happens, like there are some parts you can pull out, but it's just like a bunch of weird shit in there.
So there's not like a humanoid head or nothing. It's just like a bunch of...
No human head, just some weird wires and circuit boards. And
Skynet, baby.
Can he take the helmet at all to use as a light source, or is it so integrated that it probably wouldn't
no,
be able
yeah,
to?
you could carry it.
Yeah, he wants to take the helmet to use as a light source and maybe see if the red light from it lets Slim sneak by a little bit better. Then Ocean looks at the body and is like, well, Vesuvius, maybe we just found you a body.
That one does look pretty good. He's yoked.
I don't think you would be able to master the machine that runs that thing.
Yeah, and he could definitely have another bomb inside of him. Oh shit, he could have another bomb inside of him.
Book gets to his feet on that note and kind of looks at himself. That thing had guns, yeah?
Yeah, lots of guns.
Book starts passing one for you, one for me between him and Ocean.
Yeah, Ocean will leave the gun that he gave Frida for her to keep, but he'll start taking guns from this guy now. So that way Frida's at least armed.
I put my hand out also to receive my sword back.
I don't know if I want to give it back to you. It's a little better than my shovel.
Book
Kind of
points
like
a
that
gun at
scene
Ocean.
kind of that scene in Lord of the Rings where he's like, the ring is sticking in his hand. He reaches out and drops it in your hand.
As you loot the body, I think the first body we've ever looted. Nice, good job, guys. He has the shotgun he used, which is like a combat shotgun, looks pretty fancy. And you looking at it closer, it actually does also have a small flashlight on the bottom of it.
Hot.
You see he has a very small looking pistol.
I want that. I want the pistol. You can have the shotgun, Ocean. I want the pistol. Can I have the pistol?
Oh, shotgun's Ocean's speed anyway.
He has a combat knife on him. He has a large machete that was sheathed that you didn't see behind his back, like on his hip.
I hand Ocean the machete and I kind of, your sword, sir.
Oh,
And he has an assault rifle.
yeah. Actually, I think a knife will be it's a combat knife, like a Bowie knife kind of thing.
Big hunting knife.
Nice.
Yeah, Ocean will take that instead of the machete because I think it's a little bit less obvious.
There's no greenery to clean in the underground, so I don't even know why he has a machete.
Well, then Book
Absolute
takes the
insanity.
machete and he's going to dual wield these motherfuckers.
So yeah, Ocean will take the combat shotgun and the assault rifle. He'll sling the assault rifle around his back and then grab the shotgun.
I take the little pistol.
Then he'll take the combat knife and put it on his belt.
Ocean, from that small scrap you guys just had that you guys handled pretty handily, you realize with the amount of people attacking that if you guys leave without helping them, all of Hickory's men will certainly die. And there will probably still be some alive, silent.
Didn't Frida blow them all up? Hickory's men?
You don't
Didn't
know. You don't know what exploded.
Didn't she blow all Hickory's men up?
I think she blew up her study, is my guess.
I know someone who knows.
Well, no. But I asked Stu how far for you to study was from Hickory's office, and he said very. And the explosion was near to his office. Frida, what did you blow up? What did I blow up, I guess?
Yeah, you blew it up, and it was the courtroom.
Why?
Distraction. We got the people out of the courtyard, right?
I suppose. You're suspicious as fuck sometimes. Also, what should we call you?
Frida's fine.
Even in front of Hickory's men?
Now I really don't think it matters.
Fair enough. I walk up to the 3 not moving wolves of the maelstrom.
Okay, you're going back towards the fight in this case then.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, I know.
are you following emotion?
Well, Ocean's he stands there briefly and he's just contemplating his options. And he turns to Book and is like, I'm going to say something you don't like, Book. And I know you're not going to like it, but look, if we let these people massacre Hickory's men, their Hamlet opening's next. They're just going to move in as far as and possibly take over the rest of this place. We need to take them out. We can't just let them stay here. If we escape, then Hamlet opening potentially is through.
And Book looks over his shoulder and says, why do you think I'm walking this way?
Fuck yeah, this is why you're my best friend. And he fist bumps you. Yeah, Ocean turns to Frida and is like, what do you want to do, Frida? You don't have to follow us. This is a terrible idea, but...
Yeah, you guys are dumb as shit. Yeah, I'm not like a fighter, you know? What would you want me to do?
Book can't see he has the flashlight that he's aiming around. So I can't see anything, but I kind of take a couple steps back. I unsling the machete I just got off of my back, sadly, and I press it into her hands, and I say, get your people safe and meet us at the library.
Same time that you planned before?
I think just now would be good, just really as now as possible.
Okay, yeah, as now as possible. Yeah, I'll grab people up. Be safe. Hope to see you there.
I'll see you there.
Or she takes a few steps back and then stops for a second and then just keeps going. And you hear her feet move very quickly.
How far away is Hickory's office?
Pretty far. It's all the way near the front.
Okay.
I have a very clear mental image of this place that I know you guys don't have.
No.
If you walk in the very front door, big lobby, that if you turn down the left hallway, that's where you guys talked to Pistachio and he is at the bailiff's counter. And across from that is the actual court room that Hickory's office is attached to. So it's like right near the front.
Book heads back to those three guys.
You head down the hallway. The gunshots get louder. The smoke actually gets thicker. Soon your light is like pretty useless. It's just immediately illuminating the area in front of your face. And it makes you notice even more of the smoke. But it doesn't seem to be like causing you distress. It's not like tear gas or anything like that. It just seems like something is fogging up this area tremendously. But eventually you go to where you felt these presences before. You almost run into someone who you don't recognize, but they have their mask off. And it's just, they look wide-eyed and scared. And they're just confused. But the rest of their outfit is full, silent get up. And they go, what, who are you? What's going on?
So sorry. So there's one that has his mask off and the other two.
You don't even see the other two yet. You basically ran into this guy.
No. Come with us if you want to live.
Yeah, give me a read assist roll.
I rolled it again because it got caught on the cord. And the last time I did, it was a really good roll. And I ignored it. And then I rolled again. Okay. It was one of those things where it's balanced. It didn't land. It was on its side.
Okay,
all right.
fine.
So that's why you heard two rolls. Just wanted
whatever lie you want to tell.
I just wanted everybody to know that.
Brady doesn't even have dice. He just comes up with numbers.
It's just two square rocks that he just rolls around.
You know what? Let's say, fuck it. I want my one question.
No, you gotta tell. What's your result?
You guys know in the newest Mario Party how they have different dice?
What?
Bree's got like the Bowser dice.
Yeah, he's got.
Okay. No, I got a full success, but I'll ask all of the questions. I want to know who here will do what I ask. Specifically, this guy. Will he do what I ask? Okay. My other question is, let's find out again how close are the wolves, and if this guy still qualifies. What or who is the source of the most pain or fear here? And then, just for good measure, what is the biggest threat to us? I think those last two are pretty obvious, but hopefully you'll do something fun with it.
You try to feel out for how close the wolves are, how much they're closing on you. And it does seem like they have hit some resistance near the like front side of the courtyard where the main hallway is. So they've slowed down some, which makes you think that's probably where Hickory's men are. And they probably listened to what Frida said before, even though you couldn't hear what she was saying. But yeah, it seems like they're trying to create fortifications near that main hallway, which is certainly leaving them open to being like attacked from the side or behind or anything like that. Because there's this big, huge open hallway. There's this whole courtyard. So anyone who came in on the top higher floors could do the same shit you guys did to come down there. So not in a good long-term spot, but it seems like it's definitely slowed down the bulk of the wolves. So they're not right on top of you, but you do still feel some of that energy coming from this guy, and you know where the two other ones are. One of them's kneeling on the ground, and the other one has kind of wandered away a little bit down a hallway, and you kind of feel where they're at right now.
Do they feel stronger or less strong than Ocean?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Yes, you do.
I
Don't be a
don't.
coward.
Like in a fight?
No. Like stronger wolf presence.
Well, you don't feel anything from Ocean right now.
Oh, that's weird.
Seems like only certain things make Ocean feel
Wolfy.
wolfy.
Okay. I want you to turn into a big shaggy dog.
I'll try.
You think the fear that's in these people isn't necessarily coming from their confusion, where they're at, anything like that. You still tie it back to something from whatever's in charge of all of them. That's the fear source of their fear right now. Even though they're in this, they seem scared and confused. They are still most afraid of whatever this thing is that has been controlling them.
Ocean puts his hand on him, and he's going to attempt to purge him from disease using his
Nice.
healing touch.
Nanobots, get out of here.
That is a 9. Wait, that's not a full success. Damn it, that's just 2. Yeah, I'm going to purge their infection or their disease, and I want to take their pain away.
Yeah, he seems to get definitely a stronger focus in him. He is still afraid, but he kind of snaps out and goes, whoa. Okay, what's going on here? Why? Oh, shit. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was attacking you guys. Where are we?
Do you recognize him?
Super hard to see. You shine the light like directly on his face. And he's like, no.
What are you doing here? What is happening?
Dude, I don't know. Same fucking question from me.
Do you know?
Oh, shit. Where are the other ones? Wait, sorry. What were you saying first? I should be more polite. It seems like you just like helped me.
Who are these people that you've been with? Why are you attacking here? Do you know anything at all about what's going on?
What is the last thing you remember?
Well, I remember coming here. Like, I remember being in this hallway and then hearing what you said, but like, it really doesn't make sense why I came here. I just knew I had to. Like, it seemed very important for me to do it and help take down this building. And it was mostly to get you two. Like, I was supposed to get you two specifically and maybe kill you.
Yeah.
Where?
Maybe it'll kill you.
That tracks. A little bit of kill us.
But I don't know why. Like, that's not something I want to do.
That's not something we want you to do either.
Do you remember where you're from? Where the...
Yeah, I've been just in Subtropolis for a while. We run perimeter. We try to get we loot it, scavenge it. Like, yeah, there's louder gunshots.
Yeah, I think we'll have to deconflict this conversation another time. Can you bring us to your two friends?
Yeah. Let me.
We want to help them
Shit,
too.
I can't, dude. I cannot remember their names.
You have your
That's
weapons?
Fucking crazy.
Do you remember how to use them?
Yeah. No, I've been using these for years.
We might need you to use them.
He somehow still feels like he can, similar to how you kind of knew where they were. There's no way he should know where this like person has wandered off to. He first gets the person who's on the ground, pulls them up, and they're kind of still dazed, falling around. And he's just like, hey, no, you got to follow me. He grabs their shoulders, shakes them a little bit, goes, come with me. And he's like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. He leads all of you down another hallway towards the gunfire. You hear it getting louder and louder. You actually see some flashes in the distance. You hear like a couple loud explosions. But he takes a turn down into a room that the door is closed on. He opens it, and you see the last one standing there with their mask off as well. And Ocean, you recognize them.
Oh?
It's that woman from your vision.
Oh?
Thank you so much for listening this week. We have a way too long episode coming out soon. That is a recap of episodes 21 through 40. If you're not interested in that, certainly skip it. It is going to be way too long. But it should be out tomorrow. As we spring our clocks forward, what better time than now to spring into the review section and give us 5 stars. The music and editing was performed by Stu Masterson. Brady McDonough made the logo and any art. And Jacob tells us to put our fucking hands up. Love you, bye.
And then Book steps forward and yells at these 4 formless beasts.
I am a servant of the secret. Wielder of the flame of
You cannot pass.